Rid-it-dit-dit-do. Coming at you with another one. I recently caught a hybrid white bass, also known as a sunshine bass here in Florida. And it's going to be my first time cleaning this, so I'm going to just treat it like a regular largemouth bass or any other large fish I've cleaned in the past. And then we're going to try a couple different recipes, see which one I like. If I like them, then I will target them later while fishing. This one was a fluke. Didn't know they had them this far south in Florida, but I did find one. My first attempt. I like getting all the slime off. I gave it a good rinse. I'm going to dry it off a little bit so it's easier to clean. Now, I've never did one of these before, but I'm pretty sure it's very similar to a largemouth bass. I would have used my electric knife, but I would like the experience using just a regular knife. It's the next day. I just got off of work and I got the hybrid striped white bass out of the salt water. I'm going to be cooking a porterhouse steak with this because I love steak and I'm a butcher and I get to cut my own steaks. We're going to try 3 different recipes. I've sort of figured out 2 of them. I'm going to do a poor man's lobster recipe. I'm going to do a deep fry recipe, and this one is going to be sort of like a aluminum boat broil recipe. The first way I'm going to cook this is going to be in an aluminum boat, what I call this. Simply, first I'll put a little olive oil on the bottom, and then I'll take this fillet, lay it on the bottom, and then I'll add onions. I already seasoned the fish. I just use a little pepper, garlic pepper, onion powder, a little bit more olive oil. Okay. And then I have this diced tomatoes and green chili. Add that. Oh, that's starting to already look good. And then the little butter. Okay. Now what I do is I close this, keep it standing, and then I preheat the oven to 375, and I'll cook for about 35-40 minutes. Next recipe I'm going to try is poor man's lobster. It's very simple, and what I did, I took one of the thicker fillet and I cut it into about one by one cubes. I got my water boiling here. It's a mixture of water, salt, and sugar. And what you do is you take the fish, and once it's boiling, you put the fish in, let it cook, and once it starts to float, it's ready to take out. Now, when the fish is boiling, you can make your garlic butter dip. What I do, I just put a good helping of butter in there, and then I just add the seasonings. I'm going to use a little bit of garlic pepper, a little bit of black pepper, and some garlic salt. Okay, it looks like they're floating, nice and white. Remove those. The garlic butter dip is done. Ooh. Now the taste test. They say to eat it while it's hot. It's no good. That's actually really, really good. Good. The steak's done. What I like to do, wrap that sucker up with some aluminum foil for about 10 minutes. Let that sit there for about 10 minutes. Steak's done. Time to chow down. I'm gonna dip it in that butter. Surf and turf. Last but not least, I'm going to fry some. If anybody's watched my cooking videos, they know that I like using mustard as a binder. I just put just enough to cover the fillets, or pieces of fillets. And then I'm going to use cornmeal. I would use beer batter, but I really don't want to mask the taste of the fish too much. So I got a simple mustard cornmeal mix. I'm very, very curious on how this fish will be fried. Now I heard it was a very soft fish, so I'm not going to fry it too long. Into grease? Yes. Okay. Yummy. And I'm going to cook for about 4 minutes. Or until golden crispy. They've been in the grease for a good 4 or 5 minutes. those cool down and then I'll taste test. Fillets cooled down. Oh, wow. How flaky that is. Okay, it's done. Timer went off. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes. Cool down a little bit. Okay, here it is. Open it up. It smells so good. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, it looks so good. Alright. Wow. Have it, folks. I tried 3 different recipes and they were all good, but I'm gonna have to say my best one, my personal favorite, is the aluminum boat one with the tomatoes, onions, garlic, and butter. That was phenomenal. And it looks like I'm gonna have to target these fish. I loved it, my kids loved it. I think it's gonna be on the menu every so often in our family. Well, until next time, Triple C signing off.